Hi folks, welcome to the Hoard. Got this like whole beautiful day thing going on here. Look at that. Solar charger's working, got the battery all peaked up. What is it, about a quarter after 11? It is 11:09:15. This says it's 53.8 degrees. That guy says 12.8 Celsius, 43% humidity. And this guy says, welcome to Monday. You know, the best way to have a plan changed is to make a plan. My plan was to smash the better looking engine onto this ATC200 and to kind of keep the black uglier looking one, black is in ugly spray paint, on the side. Well, obviously I made the plan and it's not working out for me. That's my wife playing piano. What I did was I sprayed this a few times with PB Blaster. By the way, do yourself a favor, buy some PB Blaster and keep it in a place where you can find it. Your life will be better. This is what the stuff looks like. I'm sure you can get it. Most auto places have it, and you could get it on the internet. I'm sure you'll find it out there somewhere. eBay, whatever. I think I got that at one of the flea markets. So I told you guys about this engine. I bought the bike, had this engine on it, got the bike running, went to put it in gear, it wouldn't go into gear. You know, I might have fired off a profanity or two, and I couldn't get the puppy to shift. Now, I know people have had trouble with this bolt coming loose or that bolt down there coming loose and kind of jamming things up. But that doesn't appear to be my case. When I go to move the shifter back and forth, it freely goes in both directions. But the drum here is not turning, not even trying to turn. So, not that I want to go getting all extreme on it. And this has a downshift pattern, so I'd have to tap it this way. But I put a screwdriver to it and tried to tap it around. I mean, this drum is locked. Even if you push, the decanter down, the thing that locks it in gear, so to speak. This guy here. Even if you move it out of the way, that drum is just locked in place. So before I split the case and spill all the guts out of this thing, I just want to ask the team out there. I mean, a lot of you guys work on these constantly. You've torn them up. You've torn them apart, and some of you have torn them up. This is obviously an older motor, right? It's got the manual compression release. But yeah, that drum is rock solid. I tried tapping it and everything else. It's just not moving at all. If you guys could let me know what you think. The engine looks nice. I mean, it's nice and clean. I mean, have you all ever seen such a nice clean engine? I mean, that's just some the normal junk that you kind of find on the bottom there. I kind of keep multiple rags around. I try to keep, the cleaner rags for when I'm just in the beginning of their lives. They start out pretty clean, and then after a while I use them to mop up oil spills. That's the state that rag's in. So a scale of badness. For now, what I'm going to do is, this thing is completely back together the way it should be. I just have to, smash the cover back on, and this engine could get put aside again. As of right now, well, forget as of right now. The plan is to put this engine on the on this guy, on my ATC200, and see if it runs and what kind of shape it's in. That takes care of two things for me. It gets it gets an engine out of a crate. This engine will probably go into that crate. It gets a bike running. It troubleshot an engine for me, right? I had an unknown engine that will now be doing something for a living. So I got a lot of things cleaning up all at once. I also, and you guys will probably see it come in, might even come in this afternoon, I ordered some more of these smaller gas tanks. I think I got, do I have anything up here wearing one? There's one. Yeah, I have a gas tank on. Actually, there are none up here. I guess I had only bought one. And yeah, I must have only bought one, and it must be on one of the Mojaves, or one of the Baja Warriors down in the lower garage. Yeah, I have a problem with a lot of these bikes. I get them in, and their gas tanks leak gas all over the place. I know there are some nice videos about restoring gas tanks, and I really need to stop fooling around and grab a bunch of gas tanks, my better ones, and line them up and etch them and seal them. If after I etch them they have some holes in them, I guess one kind of patches up the holes, however you decide to do it, whether you go synthetic, and by synthetic I mean some kind of epoxy patch, or if you go kind of the whole hogger and braze them up. If the tank's soft, it'd be a little, I don't know if brazing is gonna, the heat and all might just make things worse. Okay, that's another electric start bike. As I clean up the garage, I'm also trying to get a little better handle on my inventory. Right, look at this, more space. Get an idea of what I have and what kind of condition it's in, and what exactly am I doing with it. And more recently, because things moved around, I've discovered there's a couple of golf cart engines here, and I'm not even sure if they're 2-cycle or 4-cycle. I got to look at them closer. Right, there's the head off of one. Right, let me show it to you. Also from, and I'm not quite sure where this one showed up from, where it was hiding. But and I think this is a 2-cycle. I haven't looked at it close enough. Some of you guys who play with golf carts should probably look at it in 2 seconds. Tell me. There's this guy. Probably if it has valves. It's a 4-cycle. I don't see a reed in here. Oh, yeah, there's a reading here. So this must be a 2-cycle. Right here. But it's got the clutch on it and everything else. I don't know what kind of shape it's in. The person I bought a lot of these from, his name is Charlie. A lot of the stuff had electrical type problems, so, and he doesn't do electrical very well. I don't know that that's what's wrong with this. It could just be spent. Okay, folks, very distracting video. You could tell by me roaming around that my mind's all over the place. I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and folks, please get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now.